Also, I will say one of the worst alcoholic beverages I've ever drunk in my life did include like milk, which was they made alcoholic chocolate milk, which in my opinion would be a match made in heaven if they hadn't made it taste like turpentine.
Ew.
Like they just like completely like it looked so fucking appealing. Like it like came in one of those classic milk bottles, and it had like that nice like creamy like chocolate milky color, and like I was like, all right, this is it. This is what's gonna kill me, right? And so like me and my friends, we have like a glass of it, and it was just like it was paint thinner. It just like you can't taste the chocolate or the milk. It was just the alcohol. So yeah.
Ew.
That's my sad tale. More. I was
So
never the same.
the story of Rumpelmints is a crew I used to go out and drink with, who are basically still the Coffee and Pie crew.
Did you have to say? Did you have to say their name backwards in order to save your firstborn child or something?
Rumpelmints, Rumpelstiltskin. I don't think you ever had to say Rumpelstiltskin's last name backwards in the fairy tale. You just had to. They just had to
figure out his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The name backwards thing was Mr. and Mrs. Spitalik.
I mean, once you know his name, it's completely unforgettable. So it's really kind of like a one scenario thing.
Yeah. Basically, because I remember this fairy tale so well. Like they sent someone to go spy on him, and dumbass is like singing a song about his name. And then later they're like, "Is it Rumpelstiltskin?" And he yells, "The devil told you that. The devil told you that." And I'm like, "What do you mean the what?"
Wait, are you the devil? What the fuck?
Wait, no. Who? Why would the devil tell them that? And then he just disappears in a ball of light.
If that happened to me, I'd be like, okay, well, devil confirmed. I guess I better convert to Christianity and get my life sorted out.
Also, who the hell is like doing a song and dance around a fire singing, "They're never going to guess my name, it's Rumpelstiltskin"?
Obviously someone who's drunk a lot of tequila.
Or Rumpelmints.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, Alan.
Speaking of Rumpelmints.
No, I would any night I would go out and be like, I'm not gonna have very much to drink. I'm just here to hang out. They would someone would buy a shot of Rumpelmints and set it in front of me, and the Coffee and Pie crew would get a chant going, which was just Alan drinks Rumpelmints. Alan drinks Rumpelmints. Alan drinks Rumpelmints.
And nice
they get the whole
like
bar
that.
doing it.
This was a very early on UCA joke. Speaking of which, welcome to Undercooked Analysis.
Hello. Alan drinks Rumpelmints. Alan drinks. Wait, are we not doing it now?
Not anymore.
No.
Alan is. I have given Alan. You know what? Alan doesn't deserve that anymore. He does not. We don't need to push him into drinking.
It's true. I do it well enough on my own.
I wish someone would push me into drinking. Maybe my ex-wife.
You were married?
I am now.
So, as many of you might know, there's a lack of David. That's because he's working tonight.
Bum, bum, bum.
He has God, today was such a long work day for him. He's working from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. He's going, and by the time he gets back, he's going to be exhausted as fuck. Actually, depending on how long this episode goes, we might hear him walk through the door and my dog barking and being like,
sorry.
So look forward to that later in the episode.
Yeah. Speaking of which, have we revealed that David's new job is being a streetwalker?
Well, no, he's not. Okay. That's not true anymore. That is not true anymore.
He's not prostituting himself anymore.
Kaela, are you David's pimp?
Well, if I am, I'm a very shitty one because
you can have sex with no one else, and you have to pay me.
Every time David has sex with me, he gives me money.
I've never heard of reverse prostitution
until now. So tonight, I guess I'm hosting, but I'm joined by two veterans and also another co-host and a UCA veteran. We've got
That's right. I fought in the War of 1812.
So our veteran / ex-husband / I don't know, Benjamin.
Hey, you forgot /fiction.
And then our wonderful individual who will not be drinking Rumplemints tonight, Alan Cheney.
Hi, everybody. I am a veteran of the Creepypasta Wars.
Oh, God.
I have a smile carved onto my face, but I have creepypasta traumatic CPTSD.
Yes.
Nice.
It's true. Oh, God.
Speaking of which, I don't mean to keep going back to this subject, but what is Rumplemints? I've never had this.
It is a 100 proof mint liqueur.
Oh, well, sounds delightful.
Again,
and it tastes like minty paint thinner.
It is not good. I thought I like the taste of mint, so I was like, oh, maybe I'll enjoy this. And then I tried. I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
Even when it's mixed with something, it's not that good. At least to me. I mean, who knows? Maybe there are people out there who are like, what are you talking about? Rumplemints are fucking amazing. Are you insane?
Well, yeah, those are the same people who like IPAs.
I like a good IPA.
I'm joking.
Wait, what'd you say, Ellen?
I like a good IPA.
Yeah, same here.
Oh, there you go. See, I just made a joke that completely ostracized the other people I'm talking to.
So since we're leaving summer and entering fall, I'm doing this as a weird transition to our story. So the story we're reading is called Summer Start to Finish. And this is by Benjamin's actual husband, Eli.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, this is Eli's
story by Eli?
We're reading a story by Eli.
Oh, my God.
For those who don't know, Eli is is a good friend of ours from Animal Fact Files and Cinema Nippon. He also, I think he didn't win. I think he placed in one of our writing challenges.
In the Kentucky Derby?
Yes, he placed in the Kentucky Derby.
He does have a beautiful mane.
He does.
Eli, if you're listening right now, I love your hair. You've got gorgeous locks.
You're beautiful.
Out on the road today, I saw a Deadhead sticker on a Cadillac.
So wait, Alan, was it a Grateful Dead sticker, or was it is Deadhead something else that I don't know about?
It's lyrics from the song "The Boys of Summer" by Don Henley.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Because I really like the Grateful Dead, and the people who like the Grateful Dead are generally called Deadheads.
I have opinions about the Grateful Dead, and I feel like maybe I would have had a better chance at liking the Grateful Dead if I didn't spend 2 months working with a guy who had control of the aux who would play the Grateful Dead for a straight 8 hours every shift I was working.
I'm so sorry.
Trucking. I mean, listen, honestly, I understand like having music on that you're not into like for long periods of time, but I feel like it could have been worse. Like the Grateful Dead is generally pretty mellow. I feel like anything super aggressive would have been a lot worse, but still annoying nonetheless.
What would have been better if there was a variety of things?
Listen, I have a friend who is like I'm like a Grateful Dead enthusiast. Like I enjoy their music and I've been to a show, but like my friend like straight up goes to like all their shows when they're in town and like listens to all the albums and stuff. And so he got on my case once because I put on one of their albums on shuffle, and he was like, no, you have to listen to it in the order that they assembled it.
All right, so we are gonna read this popcorn style.
I can tell you my love for you will still be strong after the Boys of Summer have gone.
Nice.
So we will read this popcorn style.
Cool.
As we normally do. I have no idea how to put this in order. Actually, you know what? Since we talked about alcohol for quite a bit while in our on the dregs, so which you can all listen to on Patreon. I'm gonna shamelessly plug that. If you want to listen to those, go to our Patreon.
Worth every penny. Give them all of your money. I don't care if you have none. Find some and throw it directly at Kaela and David's face.
Just throw quarters and pennies.
Well, I was hoping for something softer so you don't get hurt, but I mean, I guess anything helps.
Work those muscles. I gotta strengthen myself so I can eventually dive into what am I?
Scrooge McDuck pool.
Yes, I want to Scrooge McDuck it. That's what I want to do.
Yeah. Also, if you could only give us money in ruples, we are having some tax issues. So just keep that in mind. Ruples only.
Oh, Jesus.
Which Christ. Is also my OnlyFans name. Ruples only.
Oh, didn't you know OnlyFans is wait? Oh no, wait. They're now going back to.
Yeah, they renounced their renouncement of the porn industry
because they
Fucking,
I have a feeling like Tumblr called them.
Yeah, they're like, don't do it, don't do it.
Well, you know whose fault it really is, the fucking shareholders. You're like, oh, we invested in this app and we're getting all this money, but it's like porn money, and it's like, fuck off. They carried you through the hard times, you bastards. Let them earn their living. They earned this. What did you do? You sat there and was like, I don't like porn because it makes me feel good. Anyway, I'm sorry. That was a tangent.
It's like IHOP tomorrow being like,
I'll be right back.
Well, we're the best pancake restaurant on the planet. Everyone loves us. We're going in a new direction. Ooh. We're not selling pancakes anymore. We're still going to call ourselves IHOP. And also, everyone's fired.
we in fact, we only serve freaking workout videos. IHOP kind of did that a few years ago. Remember when they did they were like, we're changing our name to IHOB, International House of Burgers.
Yeah,
and like that was all a publicity stunt, but like it was like people took it kind of seriously for half a second.
Nope. Now we sell old road signs.
Nope. Now we only sell used surgery utensils. Utensils? Equipment.
70s leisure suits.
So like Buffalo Express then.
Yeah.
Or no, not Buffalo Express. Buffalo Exchange. Fuck, I'm ruining every joke by saying it wrong. I did it wrong.
So I just got back. I stepped away to let my dog out. And as soon as I opened the door, I realized that there was a spider hanging right there.
Ooh.
But I think it's on. It made a spider web because the glass door. I have a glass door, and then behind the glass door is a wired door. What's a fucking word? Screen door.
Mm-hmm.
And the screen door behind it's a little open. And I think the spider made a web between the door frame. Oh. And so like I open it and it's right there. And I'm like, oh shit, I should not walk through that.
I hate that feeling.
And I'm a little nervous because David once found a black widow nearby our place. So yeah.
Cool. Yeah, well, keep a close eye out. I would hate for you to be attacked by one of those monsters.
Anyway, what was I going about? Oh yeah, that's right. What's your favorite? Actually, no. What alcoholic drink are you averted to? And then we'll do whatever alcoholic drink you're averted to. We'll do that in alphabetical order. Because I said in the dregs, mine was Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Yeah.
What, Alan, your aversion is Jägermeister?
Yes. So J.
So and then Benjamin, what's yours?
I guess I'll say alcoholic chocolate milk.
I guess well, I mean, would it be alcoholic chocolate milk or would it just be? Actually, does it have a branding? I think it does, right?
Does it? Fucking, I'm looking it up. Alcoholic chocolate milk.
Also, for everyone listening who thinks I got the lyric wrong, it's only in the cover of Boys of Summer, which is by the Ataris, a pop punk band, that they referred to it as a Black Flag sticker on a Cadillac. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Adult chocolate milk.
Adult chocolate milk. That's it.
So I guess you go first. So it'll be Benjamin, Alan, then me.
All right. Sounds good. So we're each like taking like a paragraph then?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Summer's just starting to burn out. In a daze, I step out the screen door. And there's a Black Widow. No,
fuck
sorry.
you. No, fuck you.
That is not what it says. I step out the screen door. It creaks back into place as I stomp down the porch steps and into the field. Cows have been grazing this grass. It's an off year, so no crops. Across the way, tobacco sprouts are growing. Across the way, tobacco sprouts are growing higher by the day. Trudging through the empty green expanse, I wipe sleep from my eyes. I'm so tired.
That's a great beginning.
Mm-hmm.
That really sets. I hope the tone remains the same, but that's definitely sets a tone.
Sam ran track before the year let out. Practice never ends, though. I'm sitting in the bleachers while Sam sprints around the school football field.
I'm on the roof with Sam, sneaking a cigarette my parents have no idea I'm buying. I'm on the roof with Sam, seeking a cigarette my parents have no idea okay. I misread that. I've been buying since 16.
They've been buying the same cigarette since they were 16?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just one really long one.
Sir, you've already bought the cigarette. I need to pay for it.
Give me it again. This is a subscription service.
Or it's like that's a very expensive cigarette and he's paying in installments.
I paid for a $30,000 cigarette. It's worth its weight in gold.
Yeah, like, are there any cigarettes that are like the equivalent of like Cuban cigars, where like they're highly prized?
Actually, let me look up. What is the most expensive cigarette?
Marlboro.
Marlboro, yeah. So the most expensive cigarette in the world is the Treasure Luxury Black, which is $67. Not even
$67? I mean, like that's not that expensive considering Cubans are like, you know, I don't know, like a couple hundred or more, I think, per like I don't know if it's per roll or per box, but freaking $67 is a lot to pay for a paper stick with burning stuff inside of it.
Yeah, I mean, as someone who's basically allergic to cigarette smoke, I wouldn't buy it at all. But like, if I was a cigarette smoker, I would not even consider that.
Okay, so we're assuming this
is that is for a pack.
It is for a pack. It's not just one cigarette, by the way.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that's what our lead character was buying, was these extremely expensive cigarettes.
Yep. We're talking in hushed voices while we look toward town with its light pollution, glow gradient rising up to the moon, giggling about the old days. Sam says, why don't we take a picture to remember the summer by? I shrug it off and say, there's not enough light out here. The nearest streetlight is pretty far off. Your eyes can adjust, but not a camera. I instead end up kissing Sam, who doesn't complain about my mouth tasting like an ashtray. Sam doesn't smoke. Wait. Oh, okay. Now here's my question. We don't know if Sam is female or male, and we don't know if our main lead is female or male, so I'm curious.
Either way, it's hot. I'm into it.
Hold on, let me reread the first paragraph. Summer's just starting to burn out. In a daze, I step out the screen door with my enormous male penis. Okay.
That's interesting. I don't know how I missed reading that on the first read through.
I know.
Wait. No, I think Alan, you misread that. Summer just starting to burn out. In a daze, I step out the screen door with my massive gaping vagina leaking onto the porch.
Oh God.
All right.
Your turn.
Here we go. My phone buzzes in the lecture hall, but not loud enough for the professor to hear. I check the LCD, cradling the device in my lap and out of sight. We haven't spoken in some time, but Sam is asking how things are going. I squint and turn the display over, muting the ringer and sliding the phone back into my bag. It's too painful. I won't text Sam back. Well, a lot has happened since they kissed.
Mm-hmm.
The height of summer is here. The AC is struggling to keep up. We're all sweating.
They're running track and the AC is like right by. Oh God. You guys, I wasn't built for this.
We're all sweating it out, whether indoors or out. In a daze, I step out the screen door. It creaks back into place as I stomp down the porch steps and into the field. Cows have been moved to another field. Fresh out of a cold sweat, restless sleep, I'm already baking under the sun. A weak breeze rustles the grass. Trudging through the empty green expanse, I wipe sweat from my brow. I've learned a deep secret, liberating and terrifying. I'm so tired. Yeah, that's not the actual AC. That's just a dude in a robot costume.
The police.
I actually kind of like the use of "I'm so tired." I'm going to actually comment on the writing. The reason why is whenever I feel stressed out by something or I'm upset about something, I usually think, God, I feel tired. And like, I'm not sure. I feel like that is a constant thing with a lot of people. Like if they feel mad about something, angry, stressed, and they just want to not think about it. Most people think, God, I'm just tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting. I think it's an interesting way of subtly showing the passage of time by having there's a lot of like repeated sentences from the first paragraph, right? So I feel like that's like kind of like an interesting way to cue us into like this is we're at a different point in time, but like there's still like a routine here.
Mm-hmm.
But also there's some different things like a deep secret that I think we'll find out about.
I go into town to run some errands for my parents. They say if I've got a car, I need to pull my weight. Dad needs building supplies. I haven't kept track. I don't know what he's working on around the house. I pull my hand-me-down pickup into the hardware store. Oh my fucking Christ! It's not Eli. It's writing. It's my mouth. My apologies.
Well, I mean, like to be completely fair, like the structure of these words, hand me down, pick up into the hardware store parking lot. It's a little bit of a complex sentence.
Yeah, I pull my hand-me-down pickup into the hardware store parking lot. There's nothing wrong with it, but like reading out loud, it just
Well, there's a lot of like I forget what the right turn of phrase is, but it's like conjuncting words or something like that, where like they're all like kind of like hand me down, pick up into the hardware. Like I don't know. There's a certain flow to it that like I don't know. It's a little bit awkward. I was having trouble reading it in my head as you were reading it.
I think there could be a better way to like, again, there's nothing wrong with the sentence necessarily, but I think
I think we're reading it off the cuff, but you could like smooth that out a little bit.
What if you maybe just adding truck? Let me see. I pull my hand-me-down pickup truck into the hardware store parking lot. Well, even the hardware store parking lot into because I mean you could just remove hardware store since we already know. Well, no, he never says he went to the hardware store.
Yeah, he did say he's going to get building supplies.
Yeah.
So
here we go. I pull my hand-me-down pickup truck into the hardware store's parking lot. There we go. Add that. Yeah, just those little bit actually doesn't. It feels like it flows a little bit more.
Sure.
This is why I always recommend reading it out loud, like you're writing out loud, because you'll start to notice things like or something doesn't sound right when you read it out loud.
I'm so bad at that. I'm so bad at like rereading things once I've written them. That's why I generally write things on my typewriter so that I'm literally forced to reread it so that I can type it up back onto the computer and then I fix things.
I actually do that with my emails now. If I'm writing an important email, I will
your
read
emails
it.
on a typewriter?
Yes, I do.
Whoa!
I know. And then I got to rewrite on the computer.
That's smart. I dig it.
Inside, I run down the list he gave me. The cashier picks up. Oh my God. I just me. Okay.
It's all good.
The cashier offers me bubblegum like they always do. Used to make me say the store's motto when I was a kid before they would give me the gum. Performance anxiety always kept me from actually getting the gum. I turn it down today. I run into Sam on the way out. Sam's doing some home improvement too, buying box cutter blades and nails and whatnot. Sam hangs around to chat. Gets weird about exposed legs. Wears pants even in summer. Even so, Sam's not sweating at all. We loiter in the parking lot and Sam takes a picture of us with a camera phone. I realize Sam, this person is trying so hard to avoid giving Sam a gender right now.
What if neither of them have a gender? What if they're both? They
could be both non-binary. That is completely possible.
I guess that might be a misnomer because is non-binary a lack of gender or is it like its own gender?
Non-binary basically encompasses a variety of genders that just isn't female or male necessarily. So this includes being agender, which is not having any gender, or being gender neutral, or this can also include being gender fluid, which means sometimes you feel like you're one gender, sometimes you feel like another. Non-binary encompasses just a spectrum of other genders.
Sure.
So.
Okie dokes. Well, I just wanted to clarify that so I wasn't like, expressing like what the thought was in the wrong way. But yeah, so yeah, it's unclear, but I'm going to make an extremely sexist statement as a joke. But if Sam is buying tools, it has to be a man, because only a man would go to a hardware store and build things. Benjamin Spiegel does not condone the words that were just said by Benjamin Spiegel.
Please don't. By the way,
please stop.
please stop. And then actually keep reading. It's your turn.
Yeah. Please stop, but also continue. It's a few years later, and I'm at my job. A whiff of orange hand scrub reaches my nose, and I begin to tear up instantly. It's like hearing a few notes of a song you had completely forgotten. Ooh, that's nice. I like that. The same type of cleaner my dad used to scrub all the grime off after doing yard work. Part of me resents him for how cold and distant he was for most of my childhood and how he treated Mom. Now that he's gone, this specific scent of citrus is enough to get me crying. Dad is gone. I miss home.
Man, I feel that.
I'm sorry. I'm drunk when I stumble out of the house.
I was hoping you were gonna read that. I'm drunk, and then I was like, yeah, we know, Alan. We just talked about this.
I've only had a few. You guys are bullshit.
I've only had 5 mouthwashes.
What about mouthwash? Rest in peace, Trevor Moore.
That one hurt. That one hurt.
The other guys from Whitest Kids did a live stream where they did confirm that he passed away while sucking his own dick.
I mean, it was his life's goal, so at least he died happy.
Right. I'm drunk when I stumble out of the house, blasting hip hop too loud for conversation. I fish my phone out of my pants pocket, hobbling into the night, which stretches.
Why does he have a fish and a phone in his pants pocket?
I phoned my fish out of my pants pocket.
Wow, you really are drunk.
Hey, fish, how's it going? Oh, I know it sounds quiet. The phone's still on my pocket.
Wait, you're calling the band Fish?
I'm just talking.
I pulled
my fish.
Like you pull a fish out of your pocket. You're like, "Hello? Oh, I can hear the ocean."
Hobbling into the night, which stretches itself between outposts of lamplight and porch light in this condensed college neighborhood. I dial the number I've saved in spite of not using it for a few years. When Sam picks up, I yell something incoherent and start giggling. The memory is gone, but I can tell you my love for you will still be strong after the boys of summer have gone.
Oh my God!
I'm committed to making the song Boys of Summer by Don Henley a bit.
This will be a bit, and you're going down with me.
Yeah,
memory is gone.
You and David with taco salad.
If it was ever recorded of what I said here, I'm a monster who's become drunk enough to commit to the bit.
Whoa! Yes! Oh my God! It actually, like, no joke, it actually says that.
No, it does. Oh my God.
Which to me means the phone call to Sam was, "Hey Sam, hey, out on the road today, saw a deadhead cigarette Kaela. Oh my, I can't see you." And I just picture this guy inside. Sam's on the other end of the phone, just going like, "What a monster!"
Yes, Don fucking Henley, bastard.
Fucking Don Henley, get this son of a bitch off the phone.
I'm a monster who's become drunk enough to commit to the bit. Sam sounds concerned, or more likely, disappointed. Not a Don Henley fan.
You know what?
Disappointed!
I feel like that's just a phrase that should be used often on UCA. I'm a monster who's become drunk enough to commit to the bit.
I feel like that should be like the slogan on the bottom of the of like the GIF or the logo.
Yep, that's now the new slogan for UCA. Undercooked analysis. We're monsters who's become drunk enough to commit to the bit.
It's a memorable phrase. It's good. I like it.
I do too. It's too hot today. Sam asks if I want a haircut. I think it's a joke. In truth, Sam goes into the bathroom and grabs some electric clippers. In 20 minutes, my hair is shaved to a 16th of an inch or so. Sam wants to take a photo. I'm too embarrassed. I know Mom will be furious. Years later, I wish I had more than just the memory of this moment. It's mine and Sam's, and we haven't spoken in 7 years when I think of it, so I can't share it with anyone.
Oh, the mystery.
What do we think of this so far?
We can't quite tell. It keeps jumping back and forth.
Yeah, I feel like it's just going forward through time, but it's going forward through time very quickly.
Yeah. It kind of the writing style and beats kind of remind me of Slaughterhouse-5 a little bit, like a little bit of Kurt Vonnegut.
You know what? I
think it's jumping back and forth because I think it jumped to like it's a few years later and it's at my job, but then we're back with Sam and Sam's cutting the hair. So I think it is jumping all around.
Yeah, it is. I think that's why I'm not bothered by it so much. If for those who don't know, Slaughterhouse-5 is like one of my favorite books.
It's an incredible book.
It is a good book. I haven't read it since high school.
I just read it for the first time recently, like the last year, I think. And there's a part in the book where Kurt Vonnegut talks about talking to aliens, and the aliens tell him that they're like 18 genders or something like that, which is like when I read that, I was like, holy shit, this is very ahead of its time.
Well, it's interesting because like I didn't read Slaughterhouse-5 for school, but if you like, I knew it was one of those like, oh, you're supposed to read it for school books. Mm-hmm. And then I read it when I was in when I was in college, and after I read it, I'm like, are you serious? This is a book that you could have been forced to read in high school? Really? Why didn't I get to read this? This is, oh my God.
Yeah, we weren't forced to read it in high school. I sought it out on my own, and I think I like Cat's Cradle a little better, but both are very good.
I read Cat's Cradle as well. It's okay. I think the ending is what makes it, because the ending's just so bumfuck wild.
I'll have to read this and get back to you, and then I'll be the third person in this debate. So anyway, Alan, how's Area 51 treating you?
Been all right.
Is it still full of taffy? Still
packed full of taffy.
Nice. Right. How come you never send me
taffy? Saltwater taffy, Laffy taffy.
My favorite kind.
Benjamin, it's your turn.
Both those kinds. Is there other taffy?
Sorry, Kaela. I'll read in a second.
Kinds of taffy.
Looks up list of taffy.
Taffeta.
I swear to God, the summary of this is going to be the episode that Gracie ruins. She is making it her life's mission right now to be like, you're recording? How dare you? I'm going to make it miserable.
Well, she heard I was going to be on. She was like, fact, you know what?
Since Saltwater Taffy gained its moniker following an offhanded comment, there is actually no difference between saltwater taffy and regular taffy.
Oh, really?
Oh. Okay. So there's just taffy.
There's just taffy.
And like what is
all that separates taffy from Laffy Taffy is if one of them is wrapped up in a bad joke.
Love it. Another few months and I'm running away from home in the most informal way possible. Mom and Dad drop me off at school. Dorm life begins today. For those that stay in their hometowns, high school are the best years of your life. For people privileged as I am to make it here, the best years are about to commence. I stare tiredly at the massive housing high-rise yawning upwards in front of me as my parents pull away in the truck. They're taking it back and stranding me here. Bark, bark. I'll speak to them as little as possible in the coming years. They don't need to know who I am. These will be the best years of my life, apparently. But I get the sense I'll just be surviving.
I hate that whole phrasing of, oh, high school, it's going to be the best years of your life. College is going to be the best years of your life. Oh, your wedding day, it's going to be the best day of your life.
And it's all over after that.
But it's which I'm like, these better not be the best days of my life, because I'm hoping to have another like 50 or 60 years after this. Like,
I had the best day of my life 40 years ago, and it's just been suffering ever since.
It's all downhill from here.
I was in a high school bullshit after that.
I talked to an invisible 6-foot rabbit, and ever since then, it just hasn't been the same.
I didn't even get to play a main character.
Yeah.
I was Wilson.
Jesus.
I played the flowers in Flowers for Algernon.
Holy shit.
Also, I did play Wilson in my senior year production of Harvey.
I feel I had the feeling that like little antidote had a ring of truth to it.
I have never seen a stage performance of Harvey, let alone someone like actually like either a school or a theater putting on the play Harvey. Yeah. I'm shocked. Like, I know it exists. I know it's a movie. I know what it's about, but I have never in my life have heard of a high school or theater being like, you know what play we should perform? Harvey. So damn.
It's very sweet. Also, I just thought of something really funny. Like, Alan, what if you were like, I was in a high school production of Harvey, and I played Harvey.
We did have someone in a bunny costume, not in the show, but just to take pictures with in the lobby during the show.
Okay, because I was going to say, like, you never see the rabbit. It's not supposed to be real.
I feel like there's...
No, my character, I played Wilson, who was, like, the attendant at, like, the mental hospital.
Uh-huh.
And they picked me because I was the biggest guy who auditioned for the show. And they had a running bit where I just picked up the main character over my shoulders, like fireman's carry style.
Yeah.
So they needed to cast someone who could do that at a moment's notice. And I was really good at quickly picking people up.
Well, that comes with your WWE experience, doesn't it?
Yeah. I was on the high school wrestling team at the time.
Oh, well, there you
go. But
is high school wrestling exactly like the WWE? Like, do you develop characters?
Yes, it is 100% exactly like that.
What was your character's name?
Fun story. I actually, stepping away from the bit, did have a nickname wrestling in high school, which was Chainsaw.
Oh, shit. Is that because instead of doing regular wrestling, you pulled out a chainsaw?
No, it's because my last name was Chaney and no one was very creative.
Chainsaw.
Amazing.
Jesus.
I had a nickname back when I played Little League. People called me Spider-Man.
Really?
Yeah, because there was one game they were playing, and I was the pitcher, and people were waiting for me to throw a pitch. But like I was like, messing around on the mound doing something. They're like, "Hey, why aren't you throwing the pitch?" I was like, "There's a spider on the mound, but I don't want to kill it." And so everyone patiently waited for me to escort the spider off of the mound. And then I forget if it was before or after I threw a strike, but like people were like, Spider-Man, Spider-Man. And then I threw a pretty good game for a little league kid.
So
I didn't do sports, so I never got a nickname.
I'll give you a nickname.
I think there's video in the family archive of this, but I played T-ball very young.
Were you the pitcher?
No, but The first time I ever hit the shit out of the ball and sent it flying, I had never done that before. And I had also not been paying attention to the games at all. T-ball was just where I got to go to drink all sport and get pizza afterwards. So when I finally hit the shit out of the ball, I knew I had to run somewhere. So I just bolted fucking forward.
So you charged the mound?
I charged past the mound to second base.
Yes.
Amazing.
They were like, you have to go to first. And I was like, no one was stopping me. And like, I know I'm not super smart, but I know shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line.
Also, like that may fall into like Airbud rules territory where like, there are definitely rules where you're not supposed to run to third and like, go backwards. But like, is there anything in the rules that you're not supposed to run straight to second?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well then,
there's
nothing, but I guarantee you there's nothing in the rule book that says a dog can't play baseball. I
had one more little story about Harvey.
Okay.
Speaking of nicknames, we actually had a good crowd out for Harvey. And there's a weird ass scene in Harvey we couldn't like interpret from the script where my character goes, "Aw, nuts." And someone goes, "What?" And my character just goes, "Nuts." So the way we did it on stage, because like no one could properly interpret it, is they put a plate of nuts on stage. I said, nuts. And they're like, "What?" And I was like, "Nuts?"
What the
By the way, Javi was a performance I did talking entirely like this the whole time, even though the script never called for it.
I mean, that's called acting, my friend. That's a character choice.
But after that, everyone who was in the cast, and by proxy, everyone who then saw the show, said nuts every time they saw me. So that was how my senior year went.
Nice.
We probably should get back to this.
I was chainsaw and nuts.
Also, one really, really, really quick thing is I was filming a short film with my dad in it, and he had a joke in the a lot of the story was improvised. So my dad made this impromptu joke where he was like, I played the titular role in Our Town.
He was the town.
Sorry, we can continue now.
Oh yeah, who fucking read?
I think I read last, didn't I? I did the.
Oh, so it's my turn. No, wait, it's Alan's turn. Sorry, my bad. In a daze.
Fuck.
Nuts.
Fucking nuts. In a daze, I step out the screen door. It creaks back into place as I stomp down the porch steps and into the field. The morning air is stilled as the cold begins to creep toward us. Across the way, the far field is empty, left for another year. Before long, this empty green expanse will be replanted. Trudging along, I rub my eyes. I don't want to think about this part. I'm so tired. Sam is gone. Summer is ending.
Oh, shit.
Boom! Goodbye, dinosaurs!
What the fuck? Are you doing the opening of Mario Brothers?
It turned into that at the end.
Oh my god. Dude, the opening of that movie is just like the wildest thing. Because it's just like it presents you with a thought experiment to the Mario Brothers movie.
But by the way, the first time I ever saw the Mario Brothers movie, I went in right after the title. So because this was playing on television, and this was the first time I ever saw it. So I'm just watching it, and I'm like this is kind of bad, but I kept watching because I'm like something was off, and I'm like wait why is this supposed to be a reference to Super Mario Brothers? And I kept going. I'm like, are you fucking wait? Because I got so confused because I'm like, I think it's supposed to be representing Super Mario Brothers, but it looks nothing like it.
You mean the cyberpunk aesthetic didn't make it feel like the Mario Brothers?
But then, like, when more memes start to pop up and everything, I'm like, holy shit. What is
I
this?
have previously voiced my affinity for the song Walk the Dinosaur by the band Was Not Was.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want a brilliant alternate take on that song, for the Super Mario Brothers film, George Clinton did a cover of Walk the Dinosaur. And instead of saying boom, boom, akalaka laka boom, he said goom, goom, akalaka goomba.
Yes.
Yes. There's also a music video, and it ends with George Clinton rubbing his nose in a way that can only communicate to the audience that they paid me in cocaine to do this song.
He just like rubs his nose, and a whole block of cocaine falls out.
Yep.
Speaking of which,
sugar in his boogers, that's for sure.
A movie from a similar era that has a song that I love is Shredder from the Ninja Turtles movie singing "I hate music, it's the worst."
Oh, is that from the coming out of our shells tour?
It was in the first Ninja Turtles movie. I don't know if they did it like during any of the live shows, but I just love how ironic it is that Shredder is singing a song about how much he hates music.
The coming out. I have a friend who has multiple VHS pressings of the coming out of our shells tour.
Oh my god.
Anyway, we should read this fucking.
Yeah, we're only 4 paragraphs up. Unfamiliar music mumbles out from the quiet computer speakers. Mom doesn't know I'm at Sam's place this late. She would freak if she knew the truth. At home, she assumes I'm out with friends. A summer night would be wasted alone. I guess Sam and I aren't just friends anymore. There's not a proper term for it. Sam's parents don't care that I'm here. We sit on the bed and talked about next year, what we hope for, what the reality will probably be. It's easy to make plans when you're this close to home. Almost none of them will come true.
I'm crying, and Sam's crying, and Sam's mad, and Sam's yelling, and I'm cowering, and I'm running, and I'm gone. I'm a monster who's committed to the bit. If anyone would have understood, it would have been Sam. There's no way in hell I would ever consider telling mom or dad in this case. I'm opening the truck door and slouching in my seat and turning the keys and pulling away, and tears are streaming down my cheeks. The window is down and the music is drowning out whatever inhumane noises I'm making. I won't die tonight, but I'll want to.
I'm okay. There's something going on and I don't know what it is, and I don't think I've figured it out.
Well, my best guess based off of the context is that the Sam and our lead character are having what I believe to be a homosexual relationship that in the part of the country that does not look approvingly on that sort of relationship.
Yeah. We get 2 more paragraphs.
And I'm assuming this is in America. That's another assumption.
Yeah, this is definitely. Oh yeah, this is absolutely American. So
that's what I'm getting from this. But you know, we'll keep going and we'll see if that remains to be seen.
Alan?
My mom doesn't talk to me and my dad doesn't talk to me, and my sister pretends I don't exist except on holidays when she sends the odd card. Picturesque photo of the happy family, all smiling and glowing in their matching sweaters. Sister, husband, twin babies on their knees. I glance them over with a glazed look, questioning what the next 2 decades will hold for them. Cynically ask myself if they'll end up like me or like her. Selfishly pray that they'll be more like me. Maybe then it would force a sense of understanding with the rest of the family. I recoil at the thought, remembering all my sleepless teenage nights spent staring at the ceiling, lit only dimly by the streetlight posted at the end of our dirt road. That house was never a home for monsters.
15 years later, I roll over in a different bed, a different city, unable to sleep again. I stare at the latest postcard and see those twin kids are growing fast. They are walking now. I never met them in person. Humans have to keep their children safe from demons who might snatch their souls away. I toss the bedsheet aside, sticky with sweat in the dead of an early June night. Summer is truly over, and I don't think they are ever coming back. Damn.
So those days are gone forever?
Fuck off!
I should just let them go, but I can see you. Your breath gets shining in the sun.
So this is...
Fuck you, Don Henley!
Fuck you, I'm Don Henley!
So this isn't the typical horror that we read. At least, but yeah, you could tell this is absolutely I'm assuming it is a queer story. And then Sam, I think the idea is like Sam could be either male or female, and whatever character our lead is, which that's never said, is probably the same gender.
Mm-hmm.
That's
yes, I think that's
either that, or you could get a very different reading from this if Sam was a goat.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we are not getting into Sylvia. Do you know what the fuck I'm talking about?
No, what is Sylvia?
Oh shit. Okay, so there's a play called Who is Sylvia, or The Goat.
Mm-hmm.
And no joke, the whole play is about a man who tells his wife that he's in love with a goat.
Nice.
And that he's been cheating on her with a goat.
Damn.
Yeah, this is the whole fucking play.
That sounds really interesting.
I mean, there's some other fucked up stuff that happens, but yeah.
I've seen, I saw a movie, I forget what country it was from specifically. I believe it was made in a country in the Middle East. So I apologize that I don't have the specifics, but I watched a film that a friend had brought over where it was a love story about a man who was in love with a goat. And actually, multiple people in the movie fell in love with the same goat. It's like it was almost like the goat had like hypnotive properties that made people fall in love with it. And there's a lot of goat loving in that movie.
All right, so let's talk about the story. What did we think of this story?
I enjoyed it.
I think it's well written. I kind of, I don't know. I wish there was something a bit more deeper. I don't know. Something a bit more to it, but I feel like it's for what it is, it's still really good. I love the writing of it.
Mm-hmm.
You're right, it does have a kind of Kurt Vonnegut style, which I like.
It is a fantastic companion piece to the song "The Boys of Summer" by Don
Motherfucker.
That's not even. I'm not even joking.
Yeah, I know you're not.
This is the Silmarillion of the Boys of Summer.
Or the cover by the Ataris. I'm not picky. It's a good cover.
Benjamin, what's
but like, how am I supposed to curse Don Henley?
Well,
Benjamin.
I mean, he still wrote. He's still responsible for the popularity of the song.
Responsible is the correct word.
Yes, this was Don Henley's fault.
Okay, Benjamin, I need your opinion. We're still supposed to do something here.
Yeah. Sorry. Apologies, Eli, for the tangents. But yeah, no, I enjoyed the writing of the story. I enjoyed the concepts in the story, but I do agree with you that I feel like there could be I don't know, there could just be a little bit more I'm trying to think of the right word, because like it's not like content, it's just like having
could be gayer.
Let's make it gayer. No, I like it's interesting that it's kind of like we never fully find out the full story. Like I think that's an interesting choice. We kind of just get pieces of it here and there, and we're jumping back and forth through time. I don't know. I feel like there maybe could have been like a couple more paragraphs and like something that like changed it up a little bit more. Maybe it was that like I feel like you know, there's a bit of repetition throughout it,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not long enough to the point where I feel like I got like everything I wanted from it with the repetition, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah. So that's my initial impression though. And I do like the ending though. And I like that it's, you know, realizing it now, I assume that this is all of these segments are from different summers, either, you know, like future or past. So I guess, you know, by the end of it, and one of the things that really struck me the hardest that I really liked was when our lead character talks about how like summer is truly over, which is like that's kind of a feeling you get as an adult, because like, you know, like summer it's not the same as it was when you were a kid. Like you know, it like the season changes, but like generally for most of us, we're still working the same job, we're still doing the same things, whereas like when you're a kid or like when you're growing up, like summer's a huge deal. And I like this this story throughout it and at the end like kind of highlights that change.
You know what? I'm with you. That's very good.
Yeah. And it bounces around, but you can't get those days back.
Yeah.
Those
Fuck.
days are gone forever.
No! God damn it!
I should just let them
Don
go.
Henley!
No! Okay.
Why, God? Why?
Did you just call Don Henley God?
No, I'm just cursing God for creating Don Henley.
Good evening, intrepid listeners. This is the Pasta Shade, the host of Midnight Marinara, and this podcast is part of CreativeHorror.com, a network of podcasts and creators working together to build a constructive community of horror fans. For more content like this, visit us at CreativeHorror.com.